I've always been a part of this scene, but I did walk away for a while, and I was happy to come back, man. When I came back, I saw so many cool creatives doing their thing out here. And I knew that's why I knew finally TV would work, because there are a bunch of dope creatives out here.
That people need to tell their stories. That's kind of where, that's like how I felt in a way, because it was like everybody wants to be a rapper, or like, you know, everyone thinks they're the hottest rapper.
Right.
So it's like, how could I be different and effective at the same time? So that's why I'm doing the similar thing that you're doing.
Yeah. And I think it's dope, man. Like, I don't know if you get asked about it, and I love the way you handle things, because you'll add a comedic twist to all that. Like, I peeped you on IG and you was blowing me up with
yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about that. I got that written down.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with friendly competition and healthy competition, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As long as you're coming from a good place, I think it'll work out, right?
Right.
But if you're doing it just because you might have hopped on my show, or I might have reviewed one of your joints and I wasn't really feeling it, or maybe you came on Finally TV and your interview caught sub 100 views while everybody else had 200 and 300 views. That wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So when you go and you feel a type of way and you go and create your own platform so that you could blow smoke up your own ass,
right,
it's probably not going to last.
Yeah, because you're not doing it because you really want to do it.
Right. You're doing it because you're mad because the local platform wasn't feeling you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And God forbid if I was the second or third one that was like, nah.
Has this actually happened to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what question were you referring to when you say, you don't know, people have asked me? What question was that?
Well, I'm saying, come again with that?
Like in the beginning of that whole statement, you said about people, like, you know, like the friendly competition. You said, do people ask you?
Yeah. Like, do people ask you, you know, yo, how do you feel about Too Humble? How do you feel about In the Field? How do you feel about In the Mix? You know,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get asked about it, and I feel like they're baiting me, you know, into saying something, and I'm like, it's all love. It's all good.
Right.
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
it's also like we're doing the same type of thing, but we're really not doing the same thing.
Right.
Like we're really not.
Right.
So that's what I say, because yes, people definitely do ask me that, but I always say, like, we're not doing the same thing. Like, we're not. And then like you got people like who we brought up before, like Devin. Like he started off doing what we were doing, like what we're doing. But look at him now, like he took a whole nother route.
Yeah.
And like you report on music daily, like every week, every Tuesday. I don't report on music at all.
Right.
I only report on the artist.
Right.
That's the only time I'm ever talking about the music. I don't actually like, you talk about like what's hot and like what's in the now.
Yeah.
So like that's what I leave that to you. I don't really do none of that. So that's where I could respect what you're doing versus what I'm doing, because even though you were doing this first, it's like, this is a whole nother topic that we can get into, because people ask me that too, because I start doing this and people are taking a liking to me, and then they'll come across your page or someone else's page, and it's just like, well, I wasn't doing this first, so it's like I can't take like all the, like, you know, the props in a way, because it's like we're doing two different things and we're both good at what we're doing. So like you said, it's like friendly competition. Like I do what I do, you do what you do.